welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About the Compositions. My name is Ricardo, if you haven't been here before, part of Grilli. And this is the little series I'm making where I'm discussing all the compositions in my current, just last released record, 1962, and maybe some of the older ones as well. The record came out on July 10th, 2020, this year. And it's been doing great. So thank you so much everybody who's streamed it, bought it, I would say watched the record. Now who streamed it, who bought it and shared it. It's been great. Yeah, thank you very much for that. Today I thought I'd talk about a tune that I wrote for guitar player Peter Bernstein. The name of the tune is Signs. It comes from Peter Bernstein has a record called Signs of Life, and one called Signs, just live. I guess, is it Signs Live? I guess it's supposed to be the quartet from the other group. Many years later, playing live, right? Both great. And I felt like it matched the aesthetic of the record, just the name and all that. And thought about Peter a lot. And the full name of the tune is actually Signs, Blues for Peter Bernstein. And just by virtue of the title, you can probably guess that it's the blues, right? The blues form, 12-bar blues, famous throughout the world. Probably one of the most played forms. The blues is such a bigger thing. It's a culture. It's more than even a music. It's a thing. But if we just for now allow ourselves to just zoom in on the blues as a form. 12-bar blues, extremely popular in jazz. And the idea became to it felt Peter as one of the great blues players that I've known. I felt it was the perfect vehicle for me to make a little homage for him. Then the next challenge became how to make that blues both feel like something reminiscent of Peter, but at the same time that had sort of my imprint on it, right? So for Peter, it wasn't. I don't think it was really hard for Peter. That the melody just came straight out of something that I thought he would play. But let's rewind a little bit actually before the melody. So in the straightforward blues, most likely you would have something like if the key was B flat, right? You have a B flat dominant chord at the beginning, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and something like that, right? Dominant chords, that kind of thing. Of course, all kinds of variations on it, but that would be the place to go. More often than not. So what I thought I'd do is instead of that, establish something that sounded a little bit more ambiguous, a little bit more open. So I began with a 6th voicing, moving to another one. So at first, it could even be like a modal tune. I don't know what's going on here, This sort of vibe allows you to throw in different sounds in there, like a couple different colors you can hear, right? I think that is just or you could think just those two. Of course there's a lot more you could throw in there, but those are a couple of possibilities, just that sort of thing. So I would have the first whole 4 bars of the tune between those two sus chords, right? Melody commands that comes in, feels really relaxed, kind of that sort of swing feel. And then I was like, well, let's bring it back, right? Let's bring the blues into it, So on the 5th bar, right on cue, we go to the 4th degree, then make our way back to the 1. At this point we're 8 bars into the tune and we need turnaround, right? Get back to the beginning of the form, right? I thought I'd do right on the 5th degree, and then a little bit of harmony there coming from the 5th degree and making our way back to the 1 again, right? So there we go. Back in our B flat kind of thing. Great. just on that, I have like a 12-bar blues that'd be fun to play. But I thought I wanted to add a little bit more variety. One thing that I've always enjoyed playing, or that I enjoyed playing, were blues that had a bridge to them. So a lot of times you see a 12-bar blues. A good example of that is Locomotion by John Coltrane. So what you have is a blues, 12 bars, then another blues, 12 bars, and then you have a bridge, 8-bar bridge. In the case of Locomotion, what they do is you end in B flat, and then you go into an 8-bar bridge going 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the blues. So you end up with an ABA big thing of like blues, bridge, and then blues again. And that's what I want to do with my tune as well. But me being me and wanting to sound like something a little bit different, I thought I'd throw in a different kind of bridge. So I didn't go for the rhythm changes thing. So what happens with the sign is that we're back to that B flat. A little bit of a heading to an A flat sort of thing. Some harmony in there. We're going to the key of A flat for a little bit, then some other chords more based on like voice leading and such, and yeah, it makes for an interesting form to sort of blow over, and it feels really kind of good to play. And at the same time that the blues sections of it are more open, there's room to improvise and come up with different melodic motifs and things. And then on the bridge, I feel like we have some harmony that creates a little bit of interest, something a little bit different from ordinary kind of. Ordinary is a bad word, but it's something that the usual kind of thing. So got to pay attention a little bit, and then you back to the blues, kind of like a different kind of blues, but still relaxed, and you can get back to sort of maybe land the plane a little bit and. Get that nice little form of blues, bridge, and then blues again. Yeah, I felt like it would be something reminiscent of Peter. The melody is very much something that I think he plays. Peter is exceptional at playing really swinging, memorable melodies. Right he's so good at like note placement, his articulation. Feels like everything. He's that guy that like always hits the bullseye every time. You know what I mean? He's like that guy. He's just right at target. So yeah, that was kind of what I was going for with this, and I really liked the result. It was a tune that came almost sort of as a surprise for me. It just sort of came together. Didn't take a whole lot of work. To be honest, some tunes come like that. They just come through, and yeah, everybody plays great on it in the record. Especially, Kevin has a gorgeous piano solo on it. Everybody sounds great, but it feels like the band's relaxed and swinging and having fun. And yeah, it ended up being one of my, maybe I had the least expectation, and it ended up being one of my favorite cuts of the record. So if you haven't checked it out yet, check it out. This is Science Blues for Peter Bernstein. It's streaming everywhere. If you want to buy the record, that'd be awesome too. It's on the Merch Bucket Deco website. They distribute it. You get physical copies. The art on the physical copy is gorgeous. I should have one around, right? Actually, I do. If you get a physical copy, pick up one of these guys. I think they look really great. Super pleased with how they came out. Here we have some, all the interior directs. The first time I'm showing it because it wasn't out the last video of this that I made, and we got the lineup, the tunes, and really lovely liner notes that Mitch Borden from Smalls wrote for me, which were amazing. I don't even deserve these liner notes, but they're great. So yeah, I'm really pleased with the whole artwork of it. Record looks great. And yeah, if you want one of these guys, you can get them in a bundle. You get the former record as well, 1954. They come together. And if you buy the hard copies, you get charts for all the songs as well. So if you want to play some of these tunes with your band, make it your own, kind of give your own spin on my music, And if you do, please send it to me. I'd love to hear it. That's that for you. So yeah, that's blues for Peter Bernstein, kind of in a nutshell. And I hope you enjoyed this. And you know, we'll get together soon for another one of these.